Hello everyone! Hello and welcome back to more of Let's Play Shadow of Destiny. I'm the Black Shadow, and last time we won the game! Kind of. We got hold of ending E, where we managed to convince Hugo that killing us probably isn't his best choice, with the help of Margaret, promising to return back to their own time, destroy the time machine, and thus saving Ike from being killed. However, although we managed to bring Dana with us as well, we soon learned that we'd been kind of played by Homunculus, who needed Ike to survive in order to ensure that Homunculus lived themselves. So while we did manage to, avert and defy our fate, still have unanswered questions about this game. Was it right to bring Dana with us back to the present? Is there actually any relation between Ike and the Wagner family? What about Miriam Brum? When her baby got kidnapped back in the 70s? Who's responsible for that? And of course, the question that must be asked is, as far as Dr. Wagner himself is concerned, do you really believe Homunculus' story? Shall we find out? So, while I do intend to show you some of the other endings of this game and other bits and pieces, we will delve through, don't worry about that. We are headed back to Chapter 8. To make a different choice and to find out the real truth.
I don't remember seeing this picture before.
So, much like the last time when we did this, first thing we're going to be going to do, Chapter 8, we see the picture, is make our way back to 1584, much like previously. I'm not going to delve into too much side stuff here, because there's plenty to delve into anyways. And again, I will be running through this game a second time, showing you all of the other stuff you can do in this. Because I've enjoyed this a lot, and I think it's worth showing off. And you guys have enjoyed it too. It's been a really good journey this so far. So, we arrive here 1584. We, of course, know what happens when we get here.
Oh, yeah. I should ask about that picture.
We gotta ask about the picture of Dana and such. The house has not yet blown up. The alchemist, so we have a bit of time there. But much like the end before, first thing we're going to go ahead and do is actually make our way over to the to Carl Franson's shop. And much like previously, we'll get here and we'll stumble across Dana exiting. We ask about being a model, all that sort of stuff. But what we're really after here is asking her about the future. So, obviously we've been here before, where we asked Dana about coming back, and she's not so sure about actually doing so.
So I'll be okay here. No one will worry about me. No one expected anything of me back there. No one was watching, no matter how hard I worked. So there really is nothing for me there.
Now, obviously, with ending E, we kind of delve into it. We managed to convince Dana that she should come back with us. And it should be noted that I believe if you kind of go through trying to convince Dana to come back, but don't end up pursuing that, you can end yourself up on this ending anyways. Should be noted. But what we're going to do is, instead of telling her that she come back with us, we're going to have a wish. She feels content here in the 1580. She's happier here than she ever was.
What was that?
Again.
This must be important.
The game will prompt you regardless to make sure you're happy with your choice. But we're going to let Dana stay. And, it's kind of sad, really. But if it's her wish, it's her wish.
Thanks. You too, Ike.
And that's it. That's it. We get the stone. Job's done. Now, two things. First of all, you might be thinking, I was expecting that to be a little bit more dramatic than that. And you know what? You're probably right. Also, if we come back in here, I believe Carl Francis is still here. We can still have a chat with him if we want. But,
Well, Ike Kush, have you heard anything interesting lately?
and we can talk to him about
Well.
stuff if you haven't done so. But we don't have anything else to tell him. I don't think. Oh, the painting which will inspire the statue. Sure. He doesn't know about it.
Oh, I heard that too. Recently.
did.
I honestly did. Perhaps I'll try painting a piece on that very subject.
Maybe you will. Okay, that was a waste of time, but no, it's alright. Anyways. So, Dana goes, and that's that. Now, the big thing of consequence to note of this, of course, is that in the previous ending, Hugo held Dana hostage. However, if Dana never arrives into the present time to begin with, that can never happen. So what happens now when we give Wagner the stone?
My research to the fire.
However, rather than just walking away,
Now, take care.
Okay.
this happens.
Sir, I just thought of something.
What is it?
Maybe you should draw a pentagram or something. For protection, just in case. It is a dangerous experiment, after all.
Now, you might be wondering, what? Excuse me? What the heck are you talking about? Like, where did that idea come from? Well, you might remember the book about Wagner that we got from Eike Brum. And you'll recall that there was a pentagram on the front of it. And this, of course, was notable. It was also notable that when Homunculus found us with the book and we kind of showed it to him, he was not a fan. He didn't have anything to do with that pentagram at all. Didn't like it. Not interested at all. I wonder why that is.
Will certainly do so. I thank you for your concern. Your youth belies your thoughtfulness. I cannot help but envy it. Look at me. I've grown old in my laboratory. Ah, youth. Forgive me. I must not lapse into self-pity.
It's a common problem I have.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
So, an idea there from Ike to, you know, just in case. And so, again, much like previously, we travel forward 10 days to find the results of the experiment, and things haven't gone too great. The house is in ruins. It's all pretty bad.
Hello, is anybody here? Anybody? Dr. Wagner, Margaret, Hugo. Anyone there? Hugo! The basement?
And much like previously, we hear voices from the basement. However, this time, instead of coming down and finding Margaret and no Hugo, we don't find anyone. Instead,
This
all that
mirror
remains
here, is this a time machine?
is this.
That can't be. But that sounded like Margaret's voice just now.
Yeah. Again, you can't quite go past whatever else, but the clue is there in front of you, even if it's not cherry-picked exactly. We've no choice. Is he even updating this? No, not quite. We must once again make our way to the present. You might be starting to see where slightly this is going, but stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. So back in the present, once more. And we get a somewhat familiar phone call.
Hey, long time no see. Actually, didn't we just see each other today?
Is this Hugo?
Uh-huh. I really like these machines of the future. Being able to just project your voice a long distance, that's really something.
Something that always fascinates me a little bit. Just a quick sidebar here, but like, you know, bringing folks forward in time, like like over 400 years, and going from what was available then to now, like that just, to me, like it's kind of hard to compute. I don't know how like completely mind breaking that would be, but to go from pots and pans and sort of thing to, you know, airplanes and, you know, all this sort of crazy stuff we have nowadays, that would screw some people up.
How do you know my number?
Imagine that Star Trek episode.
Oh,
You know, the
yeah.
one with
I
like
have
the
someone called Eike.
the planet and they were spying on,
Yeah,
trying to work
you
their own
mentioned
stuff, and then Picard was being revealed as a god.
How did you get
That's
here?
good times.
And why?
Swear. Bring Homunculus. We have a few things to discuss. Oh, and by the way, do what I tell you, okay? Otherwise, someone you care about is gonna die. I don't have to tell you what I mean about that, right? Later, then.
Hugo!
Hey!
So yeah, it's not Dana this time because of course she never made it here. Instead, the hostage. Yeah.
Hugo! Where are you?
Lord, you're so noisy. I'm here, right here.
This seems even crazier than previous. Dana I can understand. It's someone he doesn't know and thus probably doesn't care about, but Margaret? Kinda crazy. So this is when we realise, of course, what's been going on.
Hugo! You're the one that's been trying to kill me.
Never mind that. Where's Homunculus?
You heard what I asked you.
If I can't prevent Homunculus from being created in the first place, I'll destroy it. That seems to be the only way to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone? What use is that to you?
I still think this whole destroy Homunculus plan is not the best thought out one I've ever seen. You know.
I'm going to make Mother, just like Father made Homunculus.
Also,
The only
crazy
difference is that I haven't got a Philosopher's Stone. That's why I'm going to use Homunculus instead.
How does it even work?
Hugo! What do you think you're...
Sis, stay out of this, will you? You're a hostage. You're supposed to be quiet.
Don't go there,
What a
Hugo.
bizarre
Your
line.
father would agree.
Oh,
What about my father?
so
He said
strange.
you might do something like attempt to bring Helena back from the dead. And he also said that he would burn all the records once this experiment was completed to make sure you wouldn't.
Oh, really? In that case, why were the papers safe and sound? Even though Father himself had disappeared into thin air.
I wouldn't know the reason for that.
I have to do this. We still need to be a family. That's why I'm going to make Mother, and we can all be happy again. And that's why I need that stone. Get it? Come on. Get Homunculus.
Hugo, I can work for both of us, so that we won't want for anything. We'll be okay. You'll see. So please, stop this madness.
Manus is right.
Make Mother. Just listen to what you're suggesting.
Sis, if you won't be quiet, I'll have to hurt you. Don't make me do that.
Why is Ike not charging Hugo right now with the distraction created?
You know I can't stand blood.
He would not react in time, come on.
You want to raise the dead?
But Ike is also kind of a klutz, so...
The stone let Father create Homunculus. That means this has to work too. I can do it, I know. So come on, go get him.
Homunculus just can't be... He always just appears out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with what I want. Yes, he saved my life, but that's about it. It just isn't possible for me to call him up. You've got to understand.
That sounds like a
No
you problem.
excuses. If you don't do what I tell you, I'll leave my sister here and go home. That's going to affect this age in a lot of ways. I
Yeah.
can't even begin to imagine how much.
That's a dirty move.
It's actually kind of clever. So the idea here is Hugo also believes that we have a relation to Margaret, effectively. And by basically going without her and continuing on, it screws her existence. And thus, it has the knock-on effect down the chain to Ike. That's the logic.
Come on, hurry up.
It's actually kind
I'll
of clever.
give you
I'll give it
20
that.
minutes.
So, 20 minutes to save the day. Very important. Now, obviously, we can't just go around and get hold of Margaret. That's not the way. Like last time, we ended up getting Margaret, brought her with her, and managed to sort out the day. And that's good. However, the game gives you plenty of clues to what you actually need to do here. So we're going to go back here to the 13th. Something happening to Hugo in this time. Let's make our way over there. This is the day when the house goes, the experiment happens, all goes to heck. However, remember we got here and it was dark? It's not yet. It's still relatively light. And what you'll find is when you make your way over to here, again, the house is still a complete and utter mess.
I guess Hugo isn't here yet.
This time we get here before Hugo and Margaret, not after. And so we have a chance to try and make things, I wouldn't say right, but a chance to affect the timeline. So if we make our way down, there's no time machine here because none of that's happened yet. Hugo hasn't yet found the notes. And as such, hasn't then, like, down the line gone to create the time machine and then go back to this point in order to give the time machine to his younger self. Well, before all of that ever happens. And so what we'll find is, wherever it is, here it is.
Hey, this is Dr. Wagner's research data. This is all about homunculus. Composition, method of creation. That's it. What if Hugo never reads this stuff? Without the homunculus data, Hugo would never attempt to recreate his mother. Come to think of it, if he never learns of homunculus's existence, he wouldn't want revenge. No revenge, no time machine.
And of
I feel bad
course,
for Dr. Wagner, but I've got to get rid of this part.
yeah, and of course, Hugh's machine could only ever chase us, so he
Hugo?
can't beat us to
Back?
this.
Father!
Father!
Ike, what are you doing here?
Oh, Dr. Wagner said to meet him here.
They told us there was a huge explosion. So we,
I actually just got here too. I didn't see Dr. Wagner.
we were so worried.
That's a
We
good
thought
point.
He would be lying here hurt or...
Where is he?
Anyway, I guess it's a good sign that he isn't here, right?
What are you burning?
Oh, nothing important.
When has anyone ever said that and told the truth?
Okay then.
He believes it! Oh, this game.
So, sis, where could Father...
Well, we'll go take a look around. I'm sorry, but we have to go out for a while. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care of yourselves.
See you around.
What a casual conversation to have in the ruins of their home. So weird. It's almost like they ripped it from another scene and just put it in here. Very bizarre. So the notes are burning, which is good. And now, if we travel back to the present, like he said, no notes, no revenge. No revenge. No time machine. So surely no time machine means they're never here, right? Right? Things happened. Well, like a place it is, I guess. Like, the logic is fairly sound. And again, like I said, his machine can only ever chase us, so he couldn't, like, preempt us, but... That's really... If you just notice, look at that, look at the wall there. It actually clips through to, like, underneath the world. Look at that. You can actually see underneath the world map down here. That's pretty awesome. Huh, never noticed that. Anyway, sorry about that. Still here? What? But that doesn't...
What the? Hugo's still here? Wasn't it enough just to burn the research data?
Well...
He's nowhere to be found. Where could Father be?
Ultimately, they did come back down.
Hugo, what is it?
And a curious boy is a curious boy.
Just wondering. I mean, what could he have been burning?
Oh dear. And of course, we've still no Homunculus.
Didn't I tell you to bring Homunculus? If you won't do what I say, I'll...
What the? Are you okay?
Hugo!
The heck's happening?
Distillation? Something? And with...
He's trying to read it. But he can't make it out.
What's happening to me?
What the?
See, sometimes in life, you just gotta give it a little time. About 400 years should do about, right?
Hugo, what are you doing?
Something... method. It's no good. I can't read this.
Are you done looking at that rubbish?
Hey!
Oh, please. You said yourself it was too burnt to make out. Anyway, we have something more important to do now, right? I think Ike's out there looking for Father, too. Come on. We can't let him do all the work, can we?
Yeah, guess you're right.
So yeah, the past has changed. We just need to wait for the effects to catch up. I think that's how that works.
Damn it! What went wrong? What did I do to deserve?
He'll be fine. It's just, of course,
Hugo!
the research machine never happens, and so he never comes here.
Hugo's all right.
What?
The past's been changed. That's why.
What do you mean? What's going on? Hugo, what happened to Hugo? Answer me!
It's all right. Everyth's okay.
But of course, that means
What
if
kind
he
of
never
answer is
came...
that? Ah! What? What the?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I get it now. By changing Hugo's past, I've canceled the existence of the time machine itself.
Margaret never comes here either.
Help.
It's kind of sad, actually. Brings up memories of Final Fantasy X and the absolute epic ending of that. One of the best endings of a video game I've ever seen. Fight me.
Is it over? All this?
I don't know. Is it?
Well, looks like it's over, doesn't it? Good job, Ike.
I was trying to change my destiny.
And you did.
Was it all for you? You used me just to make sure you'd be created, that no one would stop you from living.
Oh, really?
And in doing that, I changed other people's lives. Is my own fate worth that much? Is yours? So how am I supposed to feel?
Oh, please. Enough with the gloomy angst, Ike. Are you trying to put me on a guilt trip? I mean, who cares? Yes, you managed to preserve my destiny. If you had been killed, I would never have been born. Immortality has its perks, but you have to exist first.
Damn it. I don't believe this. So I was just being used after all.
Oh, by the way, I need the digipad back.
Here you are.
Time for me to go. I suppose we won't be seeing each other again, in all likelihood.
So he leaves. However, we're not quite through here. Remember the one question? What really happened to Dr. Wagner? So here we are, back 1584. The experiment finished. Homunculus is born, or more accurately, released.
How many centuries has it been since I saw the light of day? Are you my so-called master this time around?
What the?
What yourself? You're the one who broke the seal. So, what do you desire most? Immortality? Eternal youth? To be filthy rich? Name it, and it's yours.
What is this? What lunacy?
But of course, your soul is mine when your futile existence ends. Until then, you can do whatever you like. Come on. Name your wish.
For what? For this,
What did you say? I didn't catch that.
Was my research in vain? Was I wrong after all these years devoted to my task? Helena, forgive me!
Oh, hurry up, will you?
Give me my youth. I want to start my life over. And if possible, let me stay that age.
Sure thing. Hold on.
Homunculus agrees. However,
That young man the other day, I envied him his youth.
Am I? Did it really work?
Trust me, okay? You got exactly what you wished for.
can
work here
you
is
believe
done.
it?
It's back to where you came from, demon.
Remember the pentagram?
A pentagram.
It's no great art to get rid of the likes of you, but I was well advised to ready an additional barrier. Return to the stone from whence you came, and I will start my research and my life from the beginning.
You... Damn it, you'll pay for this? No pentagram is completely... I wipe your mind of memories. Be dead
Yikes.
to the endless night.
Good grief. I bet you didn't see this twist coming. And so, all along, Dr. Wagner
Where am I?
was Ike Kush. They're the same person. Cursed to eternal youth, to wander the globe for centuries, and to every now and again lose all his memories.
Beautiful stone.
Can you believe it? Remember when Helena mentioned that Ike's voice seemed weirdly familiar? The clues were there. Small world, eh? I gotta admit, this might be the coolest ending in the game. I remember when I first saw it, I didn't call it. I didn't call it at all. And there are other clues as well. You think, obviously, when we've gone through time and we've had the same sort of style of person, kind of shown them out, you know, with Carl Franson being a painter, and then obviously his descendants being photographers and artists and movie producers, that sort of thing. All this time, we saw all of like this change across time with various people. We never found one for Ike because we were staring it in the face the whole time. It's a cool ending. And so this whole ancestor ending, this whole, you know, it was suggested at the very least by Homunculus. Ancestor is correct, but the other way round. And so that was ending D. So what have I actually accomplished? Where did I come from? And where am I going? How long is eternity? Who am I, really? Now, unlike ending E, which I'm not actually fully sure on how canon it is, I'm pretty sure that the whole Ike is actually Dr. Wagner is 100% canon. And I think this is later revealed in one of the endings that you have to work for to unlock. But I might play through to show off that, because it's something I've never actually explored myself, but I'm aware that it exists. All sorts of madness. But yeah, what an awesome twist. And again, I never called it when I played this game. I was like, what? Awesome stuff. So that's going to do it for this video. So again, thank you all very much for watching. That is 2 of the 5 endings available to us. And also, you got this extra menu, by the way. You can revisit the ending files. There's a results screen here. This has an achievement percentage. This is basically based on, as you go through the chapters, how many different things you managed to do. So like chapter 2, we've done a lot of things. You know, some chapters we've done more than the others, because obviously there's different ways to do lots of stuff. You know, that's all well and good. And then you've also got these movies here. There's a couple of like promotional videos from the games. This is TGS 2000. Other ones like E3 or whatever it is. I don't remember what the other ones are, but they're kind of cool. Might show off more of that later on. I don't know what to do. Anyways, that is not going to be the end of the story here. There is still more to discover about this game. Plenty more to discover. However, in order to do that, we have to travel back a bit. We basically need to start the game all over again. I could go back to the prominent chapter 5, which is where all the major decision happens. But there's some very cool and neat stuff that we will show you off to you beforehand. So next video is going to be probably like a little bit of a bonus, kind of all over the joint, first 4 or 5 chapters of the game video, showing you all the cool stuff you can do. And in the video afterward, we will be tackling the rest of the endings and some more highly pertinent questions. What actually would have happened if we'd have said to Margaret that we think we're her ancestor? She is kind of like being a bit of a love interest, but if she thinks that we're actually related, that's kind of awkward. Oh yeah. You remember the fortune teller? You should. See you next video.